For a moment, no talking, just coffee and a pipe. Take your time. This moment is yours. Welcome into my quiet home, a place where time slows down almost by itself. Take a seat, settle in, and let the moment arrive without hurry. There is no need to rush here. A pipe is being prepared not as a habit, but as a small ritual, one that invites stillness and attention. I have made some coffee too. Would you like a cup? In this video, I return to a quiet discovery made during a recent visit to Tabak Molen Haran. I take one of the pipes I brought home from that journey, fill it once more with the Emsland mixture, and spend an unhurried moment with a pipe being smoked for the very first time. A pipe finds its first breath. Some moments ask to be continued. After discovering the Emsland mixture and bringing a few pieces home from a Tabak Molen Haran, it felt natural to return to that experience, not by seeking something new, but by spending more time with what was already there. Among the pipes I brought back was one that quietly stood apart. A straight Hanseatic pipe, carved from olive wood, with a green flamed stem and a thin gold-colored ring that tied the whole piece together. It was not a pipe that demanded attention through size or ornament, but one that invited a second look. The warm tone of the olive wood, the gentle movement in its grain, and the contrast with the green stem formed a balance that felt complete. Sometimes a pipe chooses you before you are fully aware of it. This was one of those moments. When placed among others in the rack, it remained visible, not because it was louder, but because it carried a harmony of color and material that felt settled and intentional. For its first smoke, there was no hesitation about the tobacco. The Emsland mixture felt like the right companion, familiar already, gentle in character, and forgiving enough for the first bowls of a new pipe. A tobacco that does not rush and does not insist, but allows both pipe and smoker to find their rhythm together. Filling the bowl was done without ceremony, a simple, careful pack. Enough air, enough patience. The olive wood felt light in the hand, smooth and warm even before the match was struck. As the flame touched the tobacco for the first time, the pipe seemed to wake slowly, as if becoming aware of its purpose. The first puffs were soft and cautious, not because of uncertainty, but out of respect for something new. The familiar aroma of the Emsland mixture rose gently, vanilla first, then that deeper, comforting note beneath it. The pipe drew easily, offering no resistance, no sharp edges in the smoke. It became clear early on that this pipe prefers a calm pace. Smoked too eagerly, the bowl warms quickly, reminding you to slow down. Not as a flaw, but as a quiet instruction. This is a pipe that rewards patience, a pipe that settles best when given time between each draw. As the bowl progressed, the pipe began to find its voice. The olive wood seemed to soften the smoke, rounding it gently. The Emsland mixture remained true to itself, steady and composed, making it an ideal choice for breaking in a new pipe. Nothing aggressive, nothing overwhelming, just a steady presence that allows the pipe to do what it needs to do. There is something meaningful about the first smoke of a pipe. It is not about perfection. It is about introduction, about allowing wood, tobacco, and time to meet each other without expectation. This first bowl does not define the pipe, but it begins the conversation. The green flamed stem caught the light as the pipe rested between moments. Subtle shifts in color revealed themselves as the bowl cooled slightly between draws. The thin gold-colored ring added a quiet elegance, not drawing attention, but completing the line of the pipe in a way that felt thoughtful. As the smoke drifted upward, the setting seemed to grow quieter, not because the world had changed, but because attention had narrowed to the present moment. The pipe in hand, the familiar tobacco, the slow rhythm of breath and pause. Breaking in a pipe is often described as a process, but it feels more like a relationship forming. Learning when to slow down, learning how much pressure to apply, listening to what the pipe quietly communicates in warmth and taste. By the time the bowl came to an end, there was no sense of conclusion, only continuity. This was not a single moment, but the beginning of many to come. The pipe had taken its first breath, and it had done so calmly and honestly. Placed back among the others, it still stood out, not because it was new, but because it had already begun to belong. A pipe with a character that asks for unhurried moments, paired with a tobacco that feels at home in quiet spaces. Some experiences do not need to be analyzed or defined. They simply need to be repeated, slowly, over time. This was one of those. Take your time. This moment is yours.